how's it going, Pokemon fans? CJ here from JollyMonz YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be playing some Expanded today. I'm going to be covering a deck that I've known about for a little bit. I started playing it kind of early last week, and I've had a lot of fun with it ever since I started playing it. And honestly, like when I first heard about it, I thought it was pretty wild. It's not your typical Turbo Dark deck. Your main attacker actually is this Darkrai-GX. We're playing 3 of them. And honestly, I was never expecting this to be the main attacker of a deck. I was expecting it to kind of be like a support thing. But this card has actually kind of surprised me. The ability Restoration, once per turn, if it's in your discard, you can put it on your bench and then attach a basic dark energy from your discard pile. And then Dark Cleave, 2 dark, 1 colorless, 130 damage. It isn't affected by resistance, so the Gardevoir resistant to dark. I think most fairies are resistant to dark. It's just going to do straight 130. Doesn't matter about their resistance. And then our GX attack, Dead End GX. If your opponent's active is affected by a special condition, then you just knock it out. No damage, no nothing. It's just straight knocked out. So this is the main attacker. We have some other Pokemon that we can attack with. Darkrai-GX kind of like doubles as a support and a secondary attacker. We have the Dark Cloak ability. All Pokemon that have any dark energy on it have no retreat cost. So pretty good, gives all of our stuff free retreat, basically. And then the attack isn't bad. 2 dark, 1 colorless, 90, and then 30 to a bench Pokemon. This mostly shines against Night March, because you hit Joltix on the bench, you one-shot them, one-shots their, what's it called, the Pumpkaboo, that's it. And honestly, the 3 energy attachment, you can do that pretty easily with this deck. We have Sableye, a 1-of. Your Confuse Ray could come in handy. 10 damage. With Choice Band, it can be 40 damage. But Flip Coin, if heads, defending Pokemon's confused. But it's mainly here for Junk Hunt. 1 dark energy, grab 2 item cards from your discard pile and put them in your hand. And we play a ton of items, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Bad against Garbodor, but because of Sableye, we can just... Actually, it's not even too bad against Garbodor, because of Sableye, you just keep bringing the items back to your hand to lower your item count. Oricorio can be a decent attacker if you're up against something like Night March or Vespiquen Flareon. Supernatural Dance, 1 colors for each Pokemon in your opponent's discard pile. Put 1 damage on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If you want, this could be replaced with Karen. We don't have Karen in this deck at the moment. But, you know, it kind of comes down to personal preference. Oricorio, Karen, whichever you like. We have some draw stuff. We got 2 Shaymins in here. Just because with this deck, we like to go pretty fast. Lele is good, but it's not the ideal support Pokemon. Most of the time, we'd rather just draw up to 6 again. You know, try to get more of our energy acceleration into play. I play 2 of those. 1 Oranguru. It kind of helps keep us going. And we're kind of a quick deck, so we can easily get N down to 2 or 1 pretty early. So this helps prevent us from getting stuck on cards. And then we do have 1 Lele. Just because grabbing a supporter when you need it is pretty good. Energy Drive's a pretty decent attack. But honestly, the Pokemon lineup is pretty simple. Your main attacker is Darkrai-GX. Depending on the situation, you can switch to Darkrai-EX or your Sableye. If you go up against Night March, you have Oricorio, and then all of your support stuff. We're going to go ahead and cover the supporters now. Sycamore, for 3 of those. I thought there was 4. Sycamore is like the ideal draw supporter, because you can discard your Darkrai's, your energies, to just bring them back with the Restoration, and we do play Dark Patch. I don't know of any Dark Expanded deck that isn't playing Dark Patch. 1 N, just in case we need to set our opponent back a little bit, or if we have a bunch of stuff that we don't want to discard but we need to draw cards, we just play N. 1 Hex Maniac to shut off our opponent's abilities. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then 2 Guzma just to pick up some key knockouts. Switch around if we need to. Because, you know, Oranguru has, well, honestly, we have free retreat call, so we don't, it's pretty hard for us to get stuck in the active with something, but mostly here just to pick up easy knockouts on the bench. This is a Laserbank deck, so we're playing 3 Verbank and 4 Hypnotoxic Laser. The main, like, course of action you want to take with this deck is Dark Cleave hits 130. If you have Choice Band, 160. Hypnotoxic Laser plus Verbank goes up to 190, knocking out pretty much any basic Pokemon you'll run into. And then, like, 190, if they don't get it out of the active, it goes up to 220, which isn't a great number to hit, but the 190 is good. But then, to be honest, if you're running up against something like Gardevoir, you know, something that has more than 190, you just play your laser and then use Dead NGX, just get a straight up knockout. Hopefully you can pick up something like Lele's for some extra prizes to make the prize trade a little bit in your favor. The other items, 3 Battle Compressor to get our Darkrai's and our energies into the discard. Turn 1, for the most part, I think I've done just Darkrai and then 2 energy. So I put the Darkrai 2 energy, Restoration of the Darkrai into play, Dark Patch the other energy, and then that's just 1 more energy acceleration to get the Darkrai ready to attack, and then 1 energy to get the whatever's in the active out of the active if you have Darkrai-GX in play. You can pretty frequently just start attacking on turn 2. Maybe if you're going second, even turn 1. Just because of the energy acceleration and the restoration ability. Other items. Well, I guess I mentioned Dark Patch. Well, actually, I just mentioned Battle Compressor, but we have Dark Patch. We have Max Elixir. Ultra Ball to discard cards like our Darkrai and the energy, of course. Find any Pokemon we need at the time. Dump some dead cards in our hand. Draw Shaman. Draw new cards. Let's see what else is really important. We have Versus Seeker. We're playing an expanded. We can use Versus Seeker. So as you notice, the supporter lineup isn't as full because of the 4 Versus Seeker. Super Rod, just so we don't lose too many energies too quickly. Because if you go through all the energies and you haven't really used the Max Elixirs, you'd probably just want to put the energies back into the deck so that you can just Max Elixir them into play. Or maybe if they've went through some Shamans or Lele, you can put those back in and Ultra Ball for them later. 1 Field Blower. Field Blower is just a good card. It's not really needed in this deck. But, well, actually, I will say, like, 1 is needed in pretty much all decks. But we only really need 1, I believe. And then our ace spec is our Computer Search. Just because it's good to get key pieces ready to just, you know, start attacking turn 1, turn 2. Basically just try to get the attack off early. I already went over playing 3 Choice Band. And then we have 10 energy. There's some occasions where I wish there was 11 or 12 energy. But honestly, I really have no idea what I would even take out. I would possibly take out Oricorio if I wasn't expecting very much Night March. And honestly, that's really all I can think of that I might want to take out. I don't know, the deck's really solid. I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to go ahead and grab some games with it though. The link to that will be down in the description. And I will see y'all there. And as always, stay jolly.